So I'm back on the normal bench at the moment. There we go. Hey guys, back on the normal bench at the moment, using the vise, and just giving the sides of this wee beastie a little bit of a clean up. There you go. So that's going to be the Cowgirl Blues with the weathered top. So there's Cowgirl Blues. And you can see here I've got a bit of a space. So it's going to resonate. It's a small box. It's not a very, very big box. But it's going to have a nice little space to resonate there. And we've got... So the box is notched out. I've got a space here on the back, but I'm actually going to, so that's it there, that's what's going to sit. It's a 24-inch scale length, so the bridge will be sitting here. Because the bridge is quite close to the rear of the guitar, I'm actually going to put in a little aluminium plate in the back here, which is going to hold the strings just above the box top line. There we go. So that's just going to give you a bit of an idea of what the guitar will look like. So it's a nice little size, really comfortable, not tiny. It's going to be a 24-inch scale length, which is quite reasonable. Mahogany neck. And the pine is, I thought it was Hewn pine, but I think it's actually... You might have to go and have a listen to the Cigar Box Guitar Builder podcast and have a listen to the interview that I had with Pete Vivers from Buzzard Guitars, because Pete's the one who actually gave me this timber. And it is a type of pine. It's Norfolk pine? I don't know. It's a pine. It's very, very, very old. It's nothing new, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm really excited about how this is going to come together. So that's this one here. So today's job is going to be, just bring you back down to the bench again, get rid of my gut. All right. You will notice that's the other bench. But I'm just kind of here today. This was a little impromptu. So you can actually see here that I've put some marks in the back, and that's where it's going to sit. Now, I was thinking of just simply gluing it there and screwing it there, but I think I want a little bit more purchase. So I'm going to put glue in a couple of blocks. I'm going to glue in a couple of blocks. I'm going to glue a block. Try and say that. Glue in a couple of blocks. I'll put a block here and a block there. Oh my God, Adam, what's going on? All right, this will be fretted, so I'm going to fret this one. And I don't know, though, I might make this one of my 12 fret guitars. So not fretted all the way up. I've only got a little bit of fret wire left, actually. I'm just curious as to how much I'll get out of that. So if I can get 12 frets out of that, I'll actually do a 12 fret guitar, and I might even burn in the other one. So that'll force you to not only to play finger style, but if you want to go past the 12th fret, you're going to have to learn to use your slide. So, all right, let's see what happens. Well, you might find this a little on the strange side. But this is where I glue my piezo pickups. Why, you ask? Well, I'm very passionate about this. And here's the thing, for you beginner builders, and I say this without being patronising at all. What often happens is, what I've noticed has happened is, new builders get put off using piezo pickups quite quickly, and for very good reason. But it's an unfair reason, in my opinion. The reason I think it's unfair is because a lot of builders put their piezo pickups in the wrong place. All right, so here's the deal. I did on the podcast with Darren yesterday. When I did the podcast, I showed Darren a Cigar Box guitar that, this is another one I'm working on, I built about 8 years ago. And this is it. All right, it is trashed. All right. So I built this about 8 years ago, and I didn't build it to sell, and I didn't even really build it to play for myself. I did it because it was an experiment. If you have a little look on the back of the guitar, there's 4 input jacks. Now these 2 are completely unusable. They've rusted through utterly. In fact, I broke it yesterday when I did the podcast. On the top, you'll notice there's 4 volume controls. All right. And on the inside, there are 4 hidden inside there. You'll notice those disc pickups. There's actually 4 disc pickups in this guitar. So they're all wired independently. So they're not in series, they're not in parallel. They are literally wired independently. So I just got Prince's ball. They're all wired independently. I might as well get you posting that way, just then I can use the sign in the background. Pebble guitars! Alright, so you will notice that there are the 4. Now, each pickup is wired to its own volume control, and that volume control is wired to its own output jack. And I've labelled those on the back, and I labelled these on the top. As I said, 2 of these don't work at all. But the 2 that do work, although intermittently, even though they're rusted through completely, are the under the bridge, this one here, that's directly under the bridge, which is the same place, that you'll notice, that I've actually glued the piezo pickup on this guitar. And there we go, Prince. The other one is the bass side pickup here on the lid. You want me to play it for you? I've only got the 2 that work, and one of them's only working intermittently. I'll do, and the strings, like if you have a look at this, I literally had it sitting in the corner over in a spot where it gets rained on. It was a mess. Let me just see if I've got that cable flat in here. Where's that guitar cable gone? Where is that guitar cable gone? Here it is. All right, guitar cable. Pig nose, so nothing super special. Let's go. All right, let's see if... And this is literally an experiment to show you guys what happens when, in my opinion, when you put a piezo pickup in the wrong spot, i.e. on the lid of the guitar. Because it's got to be a physical thing, guys. It's got to be a physical thing. These pickups are totally physical. They work specifically off. I'm turning all the volumes off. All right. So the first one I'll go to is, which one was this one? Where was this going? And this was going to, actually the treble side. So I was going here to the treble side, I think. Yeah. All right. Alright, here we go. Okay, alright. This one is... Okay, this is under the bridge. So this is the one that goes... Alright. So this is the pickup that goes underneath the bridge. So this is the one that's like this. Okay? Sorry about the kerfuffling around, but literally I'm dealing with 8-year-old rusted out parts. So you can hear that's got, I know it's not in tune. that's not too bad. That's got a bit of depth to it. It's got a little bit of it's like you know what I mean. Like there's a bit of oomph in there. There is a 0.22 UF. No, it's just a 0.022 UF capacitor on the output jacks, which I don't like. I generally don't like putting capacitors on. Now here, all right. I'm gonna try. All right. Now getting this working here. Now this one. So this one is going. I'm trying to follow the lead wire here. All right. Now this one is. Now ignore the fact that the cable's not very good. Right, let's hold that. Okay, so you can hear that. So it's here. That's where the pickup is, underneath there. Now I'm going to put it back on the pickup that's so it's quite jangly. It's pretty trebly. I'll take it out. I'm going to put this one back in. This is the one underneath the bridge. You hear this? It's just a much fuller, richer tone. Here now, this has got the capacitors on this, so I'm going to cut off the capacitors, guys. I'll try it. Yeah. All right. So I'm cutting off the capacitors. So there's no capacitor. All right. There we go. There we go. No capacitor on that one. And no. This is something I used to put the capacitors on years ago, and I don't like them because you can use your volume control as a capacitor. All right. Here we go. So this is without the capacitor. That's the one that's sitting underneath the neck. So that's the one that's sitting like that. Okay. Now I'm going to put it on the treble-y one. All right, here we go. Bang. You hear that difference? It's much thinner sounding, more feedback. All right, so there's more feedback, not as usable. There we go. If you want to take off a little bit of treble, have the volume control. Just roll it back a touch. That's great. That's a fantastic sound. If that output jack was holding. Without me having to hold the cable to keep it engaged, I could actually play a gig with this. I could actually sit down, plug this into an amplifier, and play a fretless gig. It would be more than adequate to actually do the job. So, you know, I hope that's kind of helped you guys with the difference in relation to where to put your piezo pickups. In my opinion, don't put them on the box tops. All right. There are going to be people that are going to be throwing things at their iPad screens or phone screens or television screens or whatever if they're watching this and disagreeing with me. And guys, that's fine. I'm just talking to you about my experiences. Okay. And I've built over 2,000 Cigar Box guitars. And of course, many of those guitars, and that's in the last 11 years. And I consider myself a fairly successful cigar box guitar builder with a moderately successful business. And I'm saying it to you because I care. I want you guys to be able to build cigar box guitars that sound good, that make you want to build more. I don't want you to be one of those people who builds one or two and just can't get the sound that's in their head. Have a think about why have a think about why acoustic guitar builders place the piezo pickup, their rod piezo pickups or disc piezo pickups if they do use them. Why do they place them underneath the bridge? Why do they place them under the saddle? Because that is the strongest area for that tonal vibration to come from the strings through the bridge, bang, straight into that piezo pickup. They don't put the piezos on the box tops, because what happens is that vibration comes down through the bridge and then dissipates across a very thin soundboard. So by the time the energy, that vibration, that vibrational energy has left the strings, has gone into the bridge, into the body of the guitar, all of that energy has been absorbed into the neck, and that's where I catch the vibration. That's why Del Puckett buries his underneath his guitars, underneath his box tops. That's why. So, yeah, it's not a difficult thing to do. Mozzies everywhere, guys. And as I said, I'm not saying it to big note myself or say I'm any better than anybody else, but the simple fact of the matter is that you heard the difference. You heard the difference. There is a very, very big difference. So please, if you're a new builder, or if you're an older builder and you haven't had any success getting the sound you want. And unfortunately what happens is a lot of people then, they leave piezo pickups and they start building electric guitars. There's nothing wrong with that. I admittedly, especially over the last couple of years, 80% of my business is now electric cigar box guitars. But over this last year, I've noticed there's a swing back to piezo. People are starting to appreciate them a bit more again. And I think it's also because I've started appreciating them a little bit more again. I'm really, really enjoying playing a lot more basic blues and not playing with so much distortion and things like that. You heard that push that little amp. It'll push something into distortion if you want it to. A little bit of overdrive is actually quite nice. Piezo pickups don't like fuzz. They don't like fuzz. Well, in fact, let me rephrase that. Fuzz pedals, especially fuzz pedals that are based around the 2 transistor schematics, such as the fuzz faces, they need to see an electric guitar pickup straight away. So you got your guitar, your electric guitar cable straight into a fuzz face and then into the amp, or into other effects in the amp. You don't buy a fuzz face style pedal, a 2 transistor fuzz face style pedal, and expect it to work on a piezo guitar. It's not going to, because you just don't have that impedance. It's not hitting the pedal. Okay, so don't do that. But an overdrive, absolutely a nice overdrive. If you've got a tube screamer, or you've got a blues driver, or you've got anything like that, any of those, or even with my our retro electric pedals, the retro retro drive. That's the kind of thing that you want for a little bit of overdrive on it. Anyway, I digress. Don't put your piezos on the box top. Stick them on the neck. All right, that's Adam. 14 minutes of me yammering on about that. I hope that's helped. Leave a comment in the comments section there. If you want to help the channel and you're a builder, please use the affiliate link down below to go to CB Giddy. You can get 10% off if you use the affiliate link and the promo code Birdwood. And remembering, of course, that Australian and New Zealand customers, you are now getting a much better rate from CB Giddy on your postage. Ben has tweaked it. We are getting some awesome shipping rates now from America. So go. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like. Please subscribe. Tell your friends about the show. And if you're on the group, please comment on the group as well. Let us know that you're watching. All the best. See you next time. Go and have some fun and build something. Bye.